Nietzsche, hello. So Touched by Autism asks if you don't turn on weekly bundling and you have one show, is it not still bundling? So weekly bundling, so always Whatnot Smart Bundles. But if you just have one show a week and you don't, or even if you turn on weekly bundling, if you only do one show, then it's one bundle. If you don't turn on weekly bundling, then no matter how many shows you do, every show it'll just be bundled for that one show. So if you don't want to use weekly bundling as a seller, you don't have to. And if you don't want to use weekly bundling as a buyer, you also... What, baby? No. Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. Go play. Okay. No problem. Good morning, PB&J. Good morning, Mia Vita. Good morning, Eastender. Good morning, Sleek Styles. Good morning, Jude's Closet. Hello, hello. I said groovy. Red Island Collectibles, Champagne and Lollipops. Annie, Nietzsche. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Okay, I have my new rule. Sorry, he will stop squeaking on Trump in a second. My new rule is I'm going to try and do 4 boxes. 4 boxes every time I do a show. So I have 4 boxes. Oh, congrats to Prairie Knights who hit 1,000 sales last night. Yay. Oh, thank you. It's very straight. The Faja. Hello, the Faja. How are you? That is so exciting for Prairie Knights. Congratulations, Prairie Knights. Pale Ghost, good morning. Be Kind DIY, good morning. You know, this particular Trump is very resilient. He doesn't bruise easily, unlike the other one. I know what. Radicalized by basic decency. I got this for Christmas. I want to color it in. Whenever I see these kind, I want to... No. Mommy busy. Mommy working. Loki, go lie down and settle. Okay, so welcome in. Hi, ALR. So I have 4 boxes. Loki, get back. No, we're not playing this game. We are not playing that game, young man. Hang on, I gotta plug in the other phone so it doesn't die halfway through. Okay. All right, so I have 4 boxes. 2 boxes. I have 2 columns of boxes. Let's say that. The second box down, column 1 has the second box that we will do in that column. The first box is a whole bunch of miscellaneous stuff, including some ephemera. And then the second box is, it says on the outside, Jewish history, traditions, and text. What he wants to do, ALR, is keep giving me his Humpty Trumpty or Trumpty Humpty. Oh, Humpty Trumpty. So he likes to squeak it. It's his favorite thing. And the second one has another mixed box of books. And then underneath it says metaphysical, crystals, religion, etc. So that's all he's thinking about is playtime, indeed. All right, so column 1, which the second box that we would do 2 boxes, and the second box is Jewish history, traditions, and texts is on the bottom. Or column 2, which the second box down is metaphysical, crystals, religion, etc. Which one would you like? Column 1 or column 2? Which one do you want me to start with? We're going to get to all 4, but which one do you want me to start with? I have a vote for 2. Any other votes? Another vote for 2. All right, 2 it is. 2 it is, my friends. Here we go. Let me just pull it a little closer, and I need a more sensible way of deciding them. Last time I made this pile of books in front of me, it was a little bit precarious. So let's try this a more sensible way. Is that possible for me to be sensible? Probably not. All right. So for those of you who haven't been in one of my book shows before, I try to read the blurb, as much of the blurb as I can in like 30 seconds while I run the book. So I will pin, talk, run, read. Pin Talk Run Read. We'll call it that. It's a new style. 5. Lord. I think, let me just double check. I need to make a little cheat sheet for myself of what the weights are. Yep, that's right. Okay. Dang it. Okay. All right. So it's not going to be $4. It's going to be $2 because it's a paperback. Dorothy Simpson, winner of the Silver Dagger Award. Ooh, whatever that is. Dead by Morning. Ooh, I love it. There's the side. Dead by Morning by Dorothy Simpson. When were you written, Dorothy Simpson's book? Reprinted in 1991, first printed in 1989. So Dorothy Simpson's book, it's in pretty good condition. Murder mystery, I assume. All right, so we're going to start that at $2. Hey, Thrifty Fox Shop, welcome in, everybody. All right, $2, 30 seconds. I am going to try and read the blurb that's on the back here. Oh, I forgot to get my drink. We'll do that in a second. Okay, here we go. We're going to run some books first. All right. Hit and Run or Murder. On a snowy February morning, Leo Martindale is found dead in a ditch outside the gates of his ancestral home, apparently a hit and run victim. After an absence and a silence of 25 years, he had just returned to Kent to claim his vast inheritance. Is his death an accident? Or is it, as Inspector Thanet of Sturendon CID begins to suspect, murder? Bum, bum, bum. Where am I going to put you? I'm going to put you down here. Okay. The next one is Mary Roberts, The Album. Mary Roberts Reinhardt, a novel of romance and suspense. It's a little beat up. Mary Roberts Reinhardt. And it does have condition issues, but it sounds fascinating. Copyright 1933 originally, then copyright 1961 by her heirs. So this was printed in Canada in 1971. Good morning, Absolute Flipping Deals, and welcome in, everybody. Okay, so she's seen better days. She's seen better days, but it says in here, Pawn of Passion. This might be spicy. You never know. All right, here we go. 30 seconds. Canadian. Is it Canadian? Is she Canadian? Is she Canadian? I guess she is. I don't know. Printed in Canada, First Dell Printing. All right, Mary Roberts Reinhardt. It's definitely an English. It's English in its location. It's English in its location. It might be a Leo book. You never know. All right. So, printed in 1971. Oh, look, there's even a little map in here. That reminds me of Clue. Is there any other maps in here? No. But there you go. You'll know that. Anyways, it's called The Album. Shut up, Kim, and run it. Okay, The Wellington Curse. From the moment lovely young Louisa Hall entered the Lancaster mansion, she sensed the evil around her. Blood stained the beautiful rug, where the slain body of the mistress of the manor had been found. Ooh. Ugly suspicion and abject fear shadowed the faces of this proud family. Leah knew she should turn and flee. With every tick of the clock, her hope of escape grew fainter. If only she were not in love with James! Oh, the man whose strange and terrible secret was drawing them both into the abyss. The abyss. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mary. Alistair MacLean, Goodbye, California, the author of Sea Witch. This is a cracking good suspense story. Nationwide bestseller. This particular one by Fawcett Books was printed 1977. It looks like 1977. I love the graphics. Prairie Knights, congratulations on 1,000. Woohoo! Congrats. You are awesome. Congratulations on making it to 1,000. Okay. Alistair MacLean book. Here we go. 30 seconds. The reign of terror began with a well-planned heist at a nuclear power station. Then came the threat from a man known only as Morrow to trigger an earthquake that would wash the entire state of California into the sea. Oh my gosh. Who was this man and what did he want? Detective Sergeant Ryder, whose wife had been taken hostage by the terrorists, began his own campaign of terror. A campaign that led to the down to the wire race to reach the destruct button before Morrow did. Bum, bum, bum. All right. What else do we have here? Ooh, Agatha Christie, A Body in the Library. I love this book. I love A Body in the Library. I could give you the ending. Do you want spoiler alert? I'm not going to give you spoiler alert. 1964. 1964. 7th printing. This is a pocketbook. No, it actually smells fine. Published in the US of A. Hi, Melody. Agatha Christie. So let's see. Agatha Christie. 2 doll hairs. 30 seconds. Here we go. There's a body in the library, screamed the maid hysterically. There's a body in the library, screamed the maid hysterically. Mrs. Bantry didn't believe it, nor did her husband, until they saw the young girl sprawled across the hearthrug. From the color and shape of her face, it was plain that she had been strangled to death. In a few minutes, the police arrived, followed by a prim but strangely tough-minded lady named Miss Marple, who had an amazing talent for solving crimes. All right, next. Oh, trans care. Not a book. This is not fiction. Written in 2020. Published by the University of Minnesota Press. What's happening in my background? A lot of things. Hi, Vintage Goods by Ruda. What does it look like? What's going on? Thank you. Very nice. All right. This one I can't do 2 voices for. So this is written by Hill Malatino. It's trans care, I assume transgender care. Available as a manifold edition at manifoldumn.edu. Okay. All right. Here we go. 30 seconds for me to read the blurb on the back. What does it mean for trans people to show up for one another, to care deeply for one another? How have failures of care shaped trans lives? What care practices have trans subjects and communities cultivated in the wake of widespread transphobia and systemic forms of trans exclusion? I can't even speak right now. Does it look like a mountain's going to follow me? It's okay. It's hanging up. Trans care is a critical intervention in how care, labor, and care ethics have been thought, and arguing that dominant modes of conceiving and critiquing the politics and distribution of care entrench the normative. ALR, thank you so much. This is a great book. I have a trans stepson, and he's 30. He's 30 now. I feel very old when I say that. My daughter's 30 this year. She's not 30 yet. We got triple joy in our house. We got trans steps. They don't live with us anymore. Trans stepson. My daughter is non-binary, asexual, hetero, romantic. She's probably going to yell at me for not saying it right. And then the youngest is non-binary, pansexual, although I don't know. That may have changed. That was when she was younger. Ooh, this one's by Len. We're going back to fiction now. Goodbye, Mickey Mouse. Check out the graphics on that. His supreme novel of aerial combat, courage, and love. All together in one. Aerial combat, courage, and love. Oh dear. Okay, I'm not going to show you the inside cover because there's obviously a lot of the books that he wrote were about the Second World War, and those covers have the Nazi swastika. not to be confused with the symbol, the ancient symbol. 1983, sorry, brain is farting out. Printed and bound in Great Britain. So Granada. So this is Len Dayton, Goodbye, Mickey Mouse. I can't hit run next because. All right. $2. 30 seconds. Here we go. Hey, Angie. Here we go. England, 1944. In Goodbye, Mickey Mouse, Len Dayton has written his best novel yet, a brilliant, multidimensional picture of what it is to be at war and what it was to be in love in the England of 1944. It is a novel of memory, satisfying on every imaginable level, but truly astonishing in its recreation of a time and place through minute detail. Dayton has written well of the era before, non-fictionally, and he informs us in his afterword that it took 6 years of research to do this novel, and it shows, according to the Washington Post. Next! All right, Alistair MacLean. Here's another Alistair MacLean. Paperback writer. Floodgate, his new paperback at the time. 1983, printed in Canada. 1983, first published in Great Britain in 1983. Paperback of Floodgate. All right. This looks like a water disaster happens here. Okay, very exciting. Let's see. $2, 30 seconds. Here we go. Amsterdam airport has disappeared. Blackmail. The mass of water in its place is the work of the FFF, an Irish terrorist group who want to force Britain's hand. In Amsterdam? Subterfuge. The Dutch call in Detective Lieutenant Van Effen, feared interrogator and undercover intimate of the criminal Crackers gang, to sabotage the FFF's plan. Why the Irish terrorists go to Amsterdam? There was a lot of FFFs in that. And Detective Lieutenant Van Effen is going after the FFFs. Oh, what the fork? This is one heck of. This is a cover. This is definitely a cover. Dan Dayton's Only When I Larf. Okay, does larf mean something inappropriate now? What does larf mean? Only When I Larf. Oh, it's a new comedy thriller. Okay, all right. But does it explain anywhere what larf is? Okay, I'm gonna read. Oh, it was actually a movie. Paramount Pictures present a Dayton Duffy production in color, produced by Dayton and Duffy and directed by Basil Dearden. Only When I Larf stars David Hemmings as Bob, Richard Attenborough as Silas, and Alexandra Stewart as Liz. And there they are. I know. Well, DTF means something different to different people, but maybe LARF means, I don't know what LARF means. But anyways, LARF. Only When I Larf. Okay, here we go. I've got to read. I'm going to read the inside blurb instead of the outside blurb, because the inside blurb actually talks about the book. Okay, here we go. Silas is the leader in the dangerous 40s. Bob is the apprentice and in the much more dangerous 20s. And Liz, Silas's mistress, is in between. In New York, these con artists do a business deal. In quotations, business deal, worth millions. But back in London, Silas's plan to bilk an emergent African nation misfires. Then Bob takes over the running of the operation, and Liz. A Beirut. Bob took over Liz. Love triangle. Oh, okay, I get it. So Silas is in London, but Bob is in New York. Silas leaves Liz with Bob, and Bob takes over Liz. It is a little spicy. How rude. Wait, let's go. A major motion picture. I do not remember this. Okay, the last line of the book, spoiler alert, is then don't just sit there. Hammurabi, drive me to Babylon. I'm sure that gave nothing away. Okay, what's this one? Oh, this one's heavier. This one needs to go up higher. Where do I find these books? All right, here we go. James Clavell's Noble House. Hi, Pickles. James Clavell's Noble House. It does have condition issues. It's coming apart a little, just a little. It just needs some sticking. Oh, it's really long. He wrote Shogun and stuff. Okay, 1981. Copyright 1981. This one was printed in 1982. Noble House. And I will read the inside. This is a man of a lot of words. This is really thin paper too. It is 1,370 pages. 1,370 pages. Okay, here we go. A brilliant story that spans the history of Hong Kong, the heart of Asia, rich in every trade, money, flesh, opium, power. Breathtaking. Only terms like colossal, gigantic, titanic, incredible, unbelievable, gargantuan are properly descriptive. Clavell has made himself the king of super adventure thrillers, according to someone at the Chicago Tribune Book World, who must have grabbed a thesaurus before he wrote his article reviewing this book. Because he used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 adjectives. All right, next up, John Gardner's Win, Lose, or Die. It says Bond is back again. Bond James, Commander RNVR. Relieved of current liaison duties at the Foreign Office. Promoted to the substantive. Okay, I'm giving too much away here, Kim. Jesus, Murphy. Okay, where's the 1990. First published in Great Britain in 1989. This edition is 1990. 1990. Win, Lose, or Die by John Gardner. Okay. Here we go. 37. No, wait. Wrong one. Do. The cover isn't it? Look at that. Let me go back here. I'm just going to edit this. I'm tired of changing the number. Paperback writer. This can be in my head all freaking day. Okay. Pin. All right. 30 seconds. Here we go. Can she do it? Active service that requires a conversion course on Sea Harriers, a posting to the aircraft carrier HMS Invincible, and the job of minder to a clutch of NATO top brass, as well as, in this era of glasnost, senior Soviet commanders. But why? What is the threat, and where is it coming from? Is there any connection with the recent airborne troop hijacking of a Japanese super tanker? Well, the only way you're going to find out is if you buy the book. Okay, Hammond Innes, his new bestseller, High Stand. It's men in the chat. That is a good question. People say people can't write stories anymore. Tell that to Hammond Innes, according to the Times. Okay. What year was this masterpiece done? 1985. This edition first issued in 1986. Okay. High Stand, his new bestseller. Here we go. 30 seconds. Why should Tom Halliday have changed his will after so many years? And why, shortly afterwards, should he disappear? Philip Redfern, his solicitor, knows he must find the answers. Redfern tracks these down to a gold mine in the Yukon. Ooh, Canadian. And to the High Stand of Cedars, where the secrets are deadly and the stakes terrifying. Simon Brett, Not Dead, Only Resting, a Charles Paris mystery. I love the graphics, although this looks very 80s to me. Am I right? 1984. First Warner Books printing 1990. 1990. I'm sorry I'm not completely reading the chat. I apologize. All right. I only have like 4 boxes to go through today. Okay. Not Dead, Only Resting. You were an old, filthy perversion, the young Swedish woman informed Charles Paris after overhearing his phone call to the male escort service. In fact, Charles was finding out all about perversion and murder. Temporarily without an acting job, just resting, he tells people. Oh my God, thank you so much, Champagne and Lollipops. Congratulations, you can read all about the oh, I see. Champagne and Lollipops. That one's coming to you. English is IMPECUNIOUS. I only have a degree in it. Okay, 2 books. Happy Birthday with Aunt and Bee. It does have, it looks like it needs some, this one's got damage. But this is 1964, printed, first published. This is reprinted in 1968. So 1968, Aunt and Bee, Happy Birthday, Aunt and Bee book, children's book. Hey, Jen. And as well, that's coming with it is Aunt and Bee and the Secret. Ooh, this one's in a little bit better shape. And this is 1976. First, 1970, the Aunt and Bee partnership. Sorry, I got burps happening for some reason. Reprinted in 1976. So 1960s, 1970s. You get both of them for the same money. And I'm going to read from Aunt and Bee and the Secret. Yes, absolutely. Amazing pictures. Like, look how cute this is. Okay. This story is called Aunt and Bee and the Secret. Aunt and Bee say you can help tell the story, and then you can find out the secret. All right, here we go. 30 seconds. Aunt and Bee say this is how you can help tell the story. When you see the words aunt, say aunt, and say and, bee say bee, and say and, the say the, secret say secret. Now turn the page and the story will begin. One day, Aunt and Bee found 2 old pieces of chalk. Ooh. One piece of chalk was white and short and fat. One piece of chalk was red and long and thin. Aunt and Bee said that they would keep the 2 pieces of chalk that nobody wanted, but Aunt and Bee both liked the piece of white chalk best. So Bee asked Aunt if they could play the choosing game to see who would have the piece of white chalk. Aunt said yes. Okay, it goes on for a while. Goes on for a while. All right, what else do we have here? A Cleft of Stars, his new bestseller by Jeffrey Jenkins. When were you written? A Cleft of Stars. Ooh, there's a map. There's an underground chamber on that map. 1973. This was first published in 1974, this particular edition. Looks like it's in decent shape. All right. A Cleft of Stars for 30 seconds. The plane was really near now, but as I flung myself over the wall, I saw Rankin kneeling, rifle to shoulder. The range was down to point blank. There was nothing I could do. The plane's engine drowned the sound of the shot, but I knew Rankin had fired and hit his target. Rankin, you bloody murdering bastard! But my words were swamped by the tearing crash as the plane hit the side of the mountain. Oh no! His storytelling is a drive that is compulsive, said the Scotsman. Oh no! That's not nice. You don't fire on people. That's not nice. Okay, this next one. It's got dirt. There's dirt here. There's some extra dirt. It's bonus. Mexico Set by Len Dayton. Good old Len. He's everywhere. Let's see the year. I know there's so much drama involved. I need to learn how to LARF first. Let's see. 1984. This published in 1985. I never got fired at. I always quit beforehand. All right, here we go. Len Dayton's Mexico Set. I got 30 seconds. A lot of people had plans for Bernard Sampson. When they spotted Eric Steens in Mexico City, it was obvious that Bernard Sampson was the right man to enroll him. With his domestic life a shambles, his career heading towards disaster, Bernard needed to prove his reliability. Reliability. And he knew Steins already. Bernard had been interrogated by him in East Berlin. Ooh, but Bernard risks being entangled in a lethal web of old loyalties and old betrayals. Oops, that was a Freudian slip. Mike Ripley, Just Another Angel, a Crime Club book. There was a crime club. The Crime Club? Oh my goodness. 1988. This edition first issued in 1989. Printed and bound in Great Britain in Glasgow. Okay, Mike Ripley, Just Another Angel, Crime Club's edition. All right, here we go. Rule of life number 477. When a woman admits that it's difficult for her to ask for something, leave immediately. Forgetting his own good advice, trumpet player Angel, christened Fitzroy McLean Angel, agrees to help the enigmatic Joe Scamp, a lady of brief but intimate acquaintance. And what begins with the simple recovery of stolen jewelry develops into violence involving a deranged London gangster and a policeman with a vendetta. Joe Scamp? Could we come up with a better name? Joe Scamp. Okay. Charlotte Armstrong. This is an Edgar Award winner. The Dream Walker. Dazzling virtuosity, Miss Armstrong is amazingly adroit, according to the New York Times. Look at the colors. I like the colors. It's very bright. All right, 1987 is my guess. First written in 1955. I was wrong. 1992, first Zebra Books printed in the United States of America. It has not been, look at that. Look at that, lack of crack. It has not been cracked open. Someone needs to read this. Okay. Charlotte Armstrong's The Dream Walker, an Edgar Award winner. An unscrupulous actress is perpetrating a supernatural hoax that has stunned the country. She's perpetrating it. She's the Dream Walker, a mysterious apparition who shows up in 2 different cities at the same time, then disappears untraceable. Olivia Hudson, an acting teacher at a private Manhattan girls' school, considers this no more than a mean-spirited prank born of desperation and blind ambition. Ooh, until, that is, it tarnishes the deservedly spotless reputation of a beloved but famous family friend. Ooh, thank you, champagne and lollipops. Champagne, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is how I feel when we are together. All right, next up we have Richard Allen. Alan Crux. Oh, hang on. I forgot to put it in do not disturb mood. That's going to be annoying to see. Go away. I do not care about these emails. There we go. All right, back I am. Back I am. Why did I say it that way? I have no idea. Richard Alan Crux. What year? Am I going to guess? 82. 89. This was printed in 1991. I suck. Okay, Crux. Here we go. It's trying to read card names. Here we go. We're going to run this one for 30 seconds. Okay. In the jungles of Nam, Keith Johnson witnessed something he wasn't meant to see. So they framed him, disgraced him, and left him for dead. The rude. Then they stole his wife, extra rude, his child, super rude, and his future. But rage kept Johnson alive in a North Vietnamese hellhole for 20 years. Now he's come home to seek revenge on the three who destroyed his life. The head of a Los Angeles security firm, a powerful international arms dealer, and the man who could be the next president of the United States of America. Oh. Wow. That's powerful poop there. All right, I'm going to try and get all these paperbacks out of here first. Spend. Oh, a Lovejoy. Anybody like Lovejoy, the television show? This is a spend game, a Lovejoy narrative by Jonathan Gash. Lovejoy, now a major BBC TV series. So, for those who don't know Lovejoy, he's an antiques dealer in England who's also a little bit sus. So he's kind of like a detective slash. Oh, it's just that I'm surprised the dogs aren't barking. 1980. This edition was 1986. Okay, Lovejoy. Here we go. So if you like antiques, there's usually antiques information in there as well. He goes to auctions and stuff. It's awesome. The antiques game is nothing but trouble, beautiful, lovely trouble. And in his latest escapade, I can't even speak right now. Lovejoy is in trouble up to his ears. It begins when he witnesses the murder of a fellow dealer who has recently purchased some unimportant items belonging to a local doctor. I remember this episode, recently deceased. But why were the big boys so keen to acquire these that they were prepared to kill him and then send thugs to dispose of Lovejoy as well? Bum, bum, bum. Ooh. JFK. Oh, this is Jim Garrison's book that inspired the movie JFK by Oliver Stone. I don't know if you've ever read this book. JFK on the Trail of Assassins. It's got 6 pages of photos, which I will not show you, or I don't know. Let me just double check that there's nothing here that is too graphic. No, I actually in high school, the local community group brought in Jim Garrison to do a presentation and he showed frame by frame. It was a little graphic. On the Trail of the Assassins. I remember it quite distinctly. Okay. I will not forget that. It was after, like, if my parents took me, 1991, because that's what I was into. Because it was to show, so it wasn't to us in high school. I was in high school and went to it. But it was to show frame by frame to prove that what they thought happened, what they said happened, didn't actually happen. Because, like, it's the world's most impossible shot. And like the angle and stuff, because of how things dispersed after the shot, that it was like impossible the way it happened. Anyways, JFK, On the Trail of Assassin. This is the book that inspired the movie JFK by Oliver Stone. And this one, when was this printed again? 1988. Okay, here we go. 30 seconds. Garrison blows away the theories with the facts. In 1967, New Orleans District Attorney Jim Garrison dared to do what no other law enforcement official had ever attempted, to bring JFK's true assassins to justice. Ridiculed by the press, denounced by the FBI, and harassed by the CIA, He was tormented by those who clung fast to the idea of Oswald as villain. With his career on the line, Garrison persisted in the allegations no one wanted to believe that factions of our government were behind it all. It's kind of... it's a penguin book. It's a little beat up, but it's a cute green penguin book. If you know, you know. It's a green penguin book, Mystery and Crime, Death in a White Tie by Guy... How do you say that? Is the G silent or the N silent? No. Gay. Anyways, her. Marsh. And what I don't understand, this is the author right here. That's her. Direct descendant of the Marquesos. They were pirates, lords of Lundy, and granddaughter of empire pioneers in New Zealand. Okay. About this book. Okay, I got to read the inside. Oh, it is so delicate. I don't want to hold it open too much. It is about to come apart. Eek. This was printed in 1949, first published in 1938. Okay, I'm going to be very careful with it. All right, here we go. 30 seconds. Death by suffocation is much quicker than most people imagine. Whoever murdered Lord Robert Gospel Bunchy to his friends, of course his name is Bunchy to his friends, must have calculated on this, for he knew that death would have to be quick enough and quiet enough to enable him to surprise and smother Bunchy in a brief taxi ride together, and then emerge dressed as his victim, whilst the taxi continued its journey to deposit the other passenger. Oh. But Bunchy is a crazy nickname. I mean, rich people in England have really, really silly names. Silly nicknames, but, you know, Bunchy's up there. It's kind of like if someone's first name is spelled St. John, like the town in New Brunswick, but they don't say St. John, they say St. John. St. John is how it's pronounced. It's spelled St. John, but they say St. John. Come with me on my journey of watching as much British crime drama as I possibly can. Many, many times do you encounter characters, posh characters, that their name is pronounced St. John. And I couldn't figure it, but then I watch subtitles. So it'll say St. John every time they say St. John, it comes up on the subtitles as St. John. Yeah, true story. Okay, this one's kind of cool. Ooh, this one, it looks like was with, oh no, it's not. Anyways, this was a movie. Alistair MacLean, The Secret Ways, author of The Guns of Navarone, Fontana Books. This from Universal International, starring Richard Widmark and Sonia Zeman. Okay. 62, I'm going to guess. It does have some water damage, if you can see that. 1961. I was close. 1961. I was pretty darn close there. Okay, here we go. I love the cover, though. The cover is so cool. The Secret Ways. Notice the damage. All right, here we go. 30 seconds. To contact and kidnap Dr. Jennings from a Russian scientific conference was the purpose of Reynolds' mission to Budapest. Trained for 18 months in a single-minded ruthlessness, Jennings' own unscrupulous ingenuity was a match even for the deadly Hungarian secret police. Ooh. What his training had not taught him was how to deal with the beautiful and disturbing Julia, daughter of the Hungarian patriot leader. Although united in a vital cause, their motives were in conflict. I'm sure she didn't pronounce it Julia like Julia Child, but I couldn't help myself. Okay. Next one is Hammond Innes Isvik. An old wooden ship, I'm certain, its masts gone, just the stumps, all coated in ice, and the helmsman frozen to the wheel, the ghost of a man and the ghost of a ship, all draped in white, and then It was gone. Gone, I tell you. Gone. All right. 85 is my guess. Ooh, there's probably somebody's bookmark. 1991. I was totally wrong. This edition published in 1992. Ooh, there's a map. South Atlantic Sea. Okay, so this is Antarctic story. Okay, let's see. Is there a blurb at the front? Okay, yes, there's a blurb in the front. There's no real blurb in the back. Here we go. 30 seconds for me to read the blurb. And these were the last scribed words, what I just read before, scribbled words of a glaciologist found frozen to death on the shifting ice of the Weddell Sea. Notes that became the fragile clues to a gruesome mystery shrouded from the world by the ice and storms of Antarctica. Ooh. The enigmatic Scotsman, Ian Waird, was the one man with the nerve and courage to pursue the truth behind the dead man's fateful words. Well, good for you, buddy. Okay, what's next? Firecrest by Victor Canning. Look at that. Firecrest by Victor Canning. A fine espionage story worthy to stand beside Jean Le Carre. First award printing 1974. Original copyright 1971. All right. Here we go. In all its glory. It cost a whole 35 cents once upon a time. Firecrest by Victor Canning. A famous scientist suddenly. Let's start this over again. A famous scientist, strangely, suddenly dead. The secret he may or may not have entrusted to his beautiful, depraved mistress, a revenge-filled British agent assigned to find the missing document, and a chilling error the department discovered much too late. Firecrest. Victor Canning at his hard-to-beat best. Depraved. I know. Depraved. Okay, what do we got here? Ooh, this is cute. All right, I'm just going to do this as a bundle unless somebody wants me to unbundle. You can yell out unbundle. Otherwise, I'm going to do this as a bundle. A bundle o' books. All right. This is Work Basket. The Work Basket Home Arts Magazine. Like this, 1984... look at that. 1976. That was the 1984 one. What's this one? 1993. Look at that hair. Oh my gosh. Big hair, don't care. 1985. And it's got like crochet, knit, sew, baking. It's all this one is 1983. Look at those. Look at how pretty those shoes are. Oh, God. 1986. Hello, darling. Look, we have matching sweaters. I know, Mom, you look cheesy. 1982. And 1980. 1983. Oh, that's cute. 1979. Cute. I shall keep them in a bundle. Yep. And 1984. 1984. All right. I'm going to keep them in a bundle. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of them all together. 11 work basket, at-home craft, etc., etc. And I'm just going to I'm going to start it at $3 instead of 2, 30 seconds. Oh, wait, 30 seconds. What am I going to talk about? I better take one out of the bundle. Let's look at one of them. Oh, look at this one. She's so cute. 1976. Look what's inside there. Skizzers. Very important thing to buy. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, cute. Any two books? What? Oh, Afghan, I guess, pattern. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's cute too. Thank you, Champagne and Lollipops. That is all coming to you. Okay, I'm not going to put it back in there. I want to be gentle. Champagne, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is how I feel when we're together. Alrighty. All right, we're getting up there in weight now. This one can stay. Oh, ALR, you won. ALR won. Look at you, ALR. Good job. Sorry, I was looking down. ALR. Thank you, ALR. And thank you, Champagne and Lollipops, for your bids as well. I appreciate you. I fixed the note. Thank you so much. Betty Crocker's new Good and Easy Cookbook. Look at that. These are the kind of cookbooks that I grew up with. Good old Betty Crocker. When was this one published? It doesn't say. I'm going to look in the back. Okay, so there is some pages coming out because it's one of those wire bound. Oh, look at the cuteness. Cuteness. Okay, so some of the pages, 2 of the pages it looks like are coming out, although I'm not going to count all the pages to make sure they're all there. This was definitely used and loved. Look at that. My mother loved to like make ham and shove a pineapple on it and call it fancy. She'd get out a slice of ham, and then she'd open up a can of pineapple rings, and she'd put a pineapple ring on top of it and put it in the oven and bake it. And that there was fancy. I'm surprised. Like, I'm just amazed that I survived. So no wonder I was skinny as a kid. All right, so Betty Crocker's new Good and Easy Cookbook. It does have condition issues with those 2 pages, but I'm sure if you tape them back together again, and there's just some great pictures inside. There's just the cherry in the middle. My mother wasn't that fancy, mimics. My mother was not fancy at all. All right, running for 2 doll hairs right now. My mother was so far from fancy that there was no way that a cherry could possibly go in the middle. She didn't even use salt and pepper. I mean, and the funny thing is, she was going to be a home economics teacher. Mm-hmm. One of my mother's favorite recipes was to take frozen chicken legs. Yes, from Frozen. Does everybody remember thank you, ALR. Does everyone remember the Visions cookware that you could see through, the Corel Visions cookware? So she would get out her Visions cookware, and she would put her frozen chicken legs in the pot on the stove, and then she would add cream of tomato soup, 1 can of cream of tomato soup, and then water on top of that. And then she would just cook that for like 2 or 3 hours and then serve that up. With canned corn or canned peas. Or like, we weren't that poor. But we were definitely poor in the cuisine. Yeah. It was, I don't know where she got it from. Ooh, a Northwestern Ontario back road map book for outdoor recreation guide. Ooh, I love these. Okay. This one is from, I mean, the back roads don't change very much. 2009. So if you know somebody who likes to hike or camp or all of that, so it's Northwestern Ontario, so it's like megahertz land. We be down here. It's up in there. See, there's Winterpeg right there. This part of the Canada. This part of the Canada. I boil it all in soup. So disgusting. It was beyond disgusting. So it shows you like all the little roots for, yeah, all your roots are in there. If you know, you know. All the roots you need for paddling and that. Ooh. And where to... Well, there's little... No, what's that red one mean? Oh, well. Focus, Kim. All right. Running for $2 now. The Northwest Ontario Backroads Map Book. Let's see. Somebody yell out someplace. Let's see. Let's go to page 50. Let's see what's on page 50. Ooh. Look at that. There's a whole lot of lot. Anything interesting on there? Sometimes the names are fun. Noel Love Lake. The Lac Sewell Islands Conservation Reserve. White Mud Conservation Reserve. Thank you, ALR. That's coming to you. ALR. You're going to have lots of fun with that one. I can't even speak now. Topographical relief. Ooh, a kid's book. Yay, a kid's book. We get to switch to a kid's book. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. It's Farmer Bill. It's Farmer Bill, and look at his chicken. All right. When was this written, Farmer Bill? Look at that sexy rooster there. Gotta love a red rooster. 2001. 2001. Farmer and Mrs. Bill live on the farm with their crowing rooster, their clucking chickens. Wait, I should run this. They're clucking chickens, their woolly sheep, and their fat cows. They are happy. Oh, good news. Okay, that's good. One day, Farmer and Mrs. Bill's son, Little Bill, go figure, comes to visit his parents from the big city. He brings with him an automatic milk maker, an automatic wool maker, an electronic alarm clock to make his parents' lives easier. Life at the farm will never be the same. Bursting with the exuberant art of award-winning author and illustrator Michael Fernandez. Look at that. I guess he has an automatic egg maker. He brought all these automatic things. What happened to the chickens? Upon hearing the news that they had been replaced, the chickens went off to live by the sea. And then it's an amazing milk maker. Upon hearing the news that they had been replaced, the cows left the farm to take up golf. I'm going to run this again just so I can read this. He made the wool maker, the yarn maker. And wait, what did the sheep do? Upon hearing the news that they had been replaced, the sheep left the farm to go skiing in the mountains. Wait, let's see. Oh dear. Upon hearing the news that he had been replaced, the rooster packed his bag and went to stay with his Aunt Matilda. Good old Aunt Matilda will always take you in. Ooh. All right, some wood carving. 2 wood carving magazines. Wood carving magazine from 1999 and Wood Carving Illustrated from 1998. Decoy making secrets in this one. Free patterns. Look, there's a mini Santa that you can make. Cute. All right. This goes in the medium. All right. 2 wood carving books. We're going to look through this one. But you get this one as well. You get both wood carving magazines for $1 money. Running now. Let's see. Ooh, cool. Look at that. That Santa looks like so much fun to make. If I had the spare time. Ooh, wait. What's going on there? Oh, that looks so much fun to make too. Oh my goodness. Ooh, tools. More tools. Oh, cool. Look at the pattern there. ALR, thank you so much. That's coming to you. ALR. All right. Ooh, the best of bridge. Royal treats for entertaining. Look at that. That looks like a pretty good fun. Or no, what is that? That's not fondue. First effort, 24th time round. Written and published by Best of Bridge Publishing Limited, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Hand lettered by Norm W. Hodges. Photography by Commercial Illustrators Limited. Copyright 1980 by Best of Bridge Publishing Limited. Look at these ladies. Look at these lovely ladies from Alberta. And this was, what year did I say? For 24th time around. ISBN number is not giving me. 1976. 1976 it looks like originally. Look at these nummies. All right. I assume this is also in the same weight. Yes. All right. Running now. Best of Bridge. Look at these recipes. Vintage recipes. Has anyone ever seen that? Marco's Funhouse. He does vintage recipes that involve Jell-O. People send him recipes. And he tries to make it. And it always ends up in giggles. Vintage recipes. If I had a kitchen that was slightly Instagram worthy, I would, but it's always I don't know what, does he not cook anything but? Thank you, ALR. That's coming to you. 1, 2, 3. Oh, your poor mail person is gonna have a sore back, ALR. This is the box that's coming to you right now from last week. Is very heavy. So lift with your lift with your legs, clench your stomach because it's heavy. Ooh, eggplants, elevators, etc. An uncommon history of common things. This sounds really interesting. Okay. How many times have you found yourself saying, I don't know how people managed before they had zippers or umbrellas? Ooh. All right, here we go. Did you ever look at an ordinary common item that you were using for the zillionth time and suddenly wonder what clever genius thought this up? And look at that. It's all in here. Illustrations and everything. Let's see. Okay. Frank with beans were popular on the American frontier since both would remain fresh for long periods of time. Though refreshment stands at early baseball parks sold such items as tripe, planked onions, and cherry pie, the hot dog eventually became the overwhelming favorite of the bleachers. Ooh. ALR, this is a fun book. I'm glad you got this. ALR. All right. Next book in this box. Good news. We only have 3 more boxes to go. Oh, this is different. Okay. Is there anybody who's really, really into yachts? Because this is the 1975 Register of Yachts. That's right. The 1975 Register of Yachts. Lloyd's of London's Register of Shipping from 1975. So, yell out a famous last name and let's see if it's in here. Who do you think back then would have had? Oh, Roy. Okay, we'll look up Roy. How do you? We have to go to the back first. Phillips. R-O-Y. Russ. Rosenthal. Rothwell. Roy. Andre, who lived in France, has the Vonita, page 11. And Mr. and Mrs. J.W. Roy live in Dunbartonshire, and they have the Orana. Oh, it's 11 tons and 12 tons. So the Orana. Let's see. Let's go look at the Orana. Hang on. Oh dear. Orana. O-N. Open Sesame. Orana. Oh, okay. All right. So this is the Register of Yachts. Hang on. Wait. Okay, this is a really heavy book. Do. Large book. Okay. So this register of yachts, it's only going to be $2. So the names are back here. The names are back here. These are like edits. This is like more information that was added after it's printed. So the names are in here, and it tells you which yachts they own, ships they own. And then you would look, and then the ships are by their name, alphabetical order. So the Orana, owned by Mr. and Mrs. J.W. Roy of Dunbartonshire. The Orana, $2. Here we go. Okay, the Orana was built to LIC 8 meters, sail number 8. It's auxiliary something. I don't know. The port of registry was Glasgow. The home port was Clinder. The builder was Morris and Lorimer Limited in 1959. It had a petrol motor, 4 cylinders, with a 30 horsepower engine. There you go. Now you know. A lot of information in there for someone who really likes yachts. Memories Wall. The autobiography of Flora McCrae Eaton. Ooh! Lady Eaton. So this is Canadian history. Memories Wall, Flora McCrae Eaton. Toronto was still a small town, and the Eaton organization a local phenomenon. When Flora McCrae from the village of Omemee in Ontario first met the young John Craig Eaton. All right, let's see. Oh, this goes down to medium. There we go. All right. Here we go. Starting auction now for $2. And I'm going to read the inside. Her marriage to Flora McCrae had come to Toronto to learn to be a nurse. Ooh. Her marriage to John Eaton changed that plan and plunged her as a young bride into the Victorian society of Ontario's capital city. When, on the death of his father, Timothy Eaton, her husband became president of the T. Eaton Company, and she was brought into close association with an organization that was soon to become national in its scope. Ooh. Ooh. Where should I put this? Canadian history over here. Okay. Sailor remembers William H. Pugsley. Pugsley. I love it. There's some ink staining there. Sailor Remember by William H. Pugsley, who also wrote Saints, Devils, and Ordinary Seamen. All photographs in this book were taken by the author. Printed in Canada, 1948. It looks like they're all images that he took in his life as a working around the ship was healthy enough. The open well deck of the early concretes. Did you just got something over the weekend with an Eaton's Price sticker? I love that. Okay, so this is a memoir of being, it looks like, Comox, BC, obviously in the Navy. Pictures from the Navy. Congas in the Renery ended abruptly when things began falling out of the ceiling below. Oh dear. Wow, I can't believe they let him publish that. Trying out those issue whites. Oh my goodness. 1948. Skylark by the Duty Clown. I have no idea what's going on here. These are some fascinating photos. These are like super candids. Chums, you lashed up in your mick. Okay. All right. How much does this weigh again? All right, we're good. Medium. So if you want I'm just going to knock that down to 10 seconds because I've already showed it. Sailor Remembers, Canadian sailor, clearly in what looks like in the Second World War. Printed in 1948 with his own photographs in there. Oh, good news. There's also the North American Yacht Register from 1978. Rockefeller. We're going to look up Rockefeller. Ooh, look, there's all the flags of the different yacht clubs are in here. That's cool. Ooh, and some ads too. So is Donna here? There are ads for watches in here. Really nice watches. Because I guess if you own a yacht, you can afford a really nice watch. All right, Rockefeller. Where's that? Where's the names part? Index to private signals. No, I don't want that. I want the names. Give me the names. The names of the yachts. Registrants. There we go. This gives your actual, like, full out address. Okay, so Rockefeller. Roberts. Robertson. Robinson. Rogers. Rockwell. Rockefeller. Nelson A. Godfrey A. Mrs. David. So let's see. I'm sure this wasn't their actual address. Although Nelson A. Rockefeller, 30 Rockefeller Plaza seems to make sense. So Nelson A. Rockefeller. Hang on. Let me just run this. So Nelson A. Rockefeller. 20 seconds. There we go. Nelson A. Rockefeller of 30 Rockefeller Plaza has in the Northeast Harbor Fleet, Sag Harbor Yacht Club, has Happy Go Lucky and Nirvana are his two in 1978. Those were the names of his two. Mrs. David Rockefeller had Jack Tar 2, and Tartan. Oh, okay, we have one more in this box. Ooh, this is cool. Samurai Warriors by Stephen Turnbull. Oh, the illustrations look amazing. 1987, reprinted 1988. Look at those images. Those are very cool images. Oh dear. Somebody didn't go out. Someone didn't get ahead. They got ahead, but the other guy didn't get ahead. All right, Samurai Warriors. What's the weight on this? Back to medium. Okay, Samurai Warriors. 20 seconds this time. What year was this again? 1988. 1988, History of Samurai Warriors. Non-Japanese speaking readers have been denied an authoritative account of the development of the costume and equipment of the Japanese samurai as it relates to changes in military history, such as has been produced by scholars like Yoshiko Sasama. Several of Sasama's indispensable works, especially his Zukai Nihon Kachu Chuten. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, ALR. That is coming to you. ALR. This is a very cool book. You're going to love this book. It's amazing. Okay. That's it for that box. So we're going to go to the next box, which is Metaphysical Crystals and Religion. I'm just going to grab a drink. I will be back in milliseconds. So feel free to share your shows while I'm just walking over here and coming back. Alrighty, I got my drink. Now I need the box. How am I gonna do this? Didn't think this through, did I, Kim? No, you did not. Oh. Okay, box number 2. We are working on box number 2 now. Whew, here we go. Let's grab a pile. All right, we are still in the medium category. The Celestine Prophecy. This particular, an adventure. Oh, we've got a bookmark. And I'm just going to take out this because it's somebody's telephone number. Oh, there's pictures inside of a dog, eh? It's a very cute, look at that cute dog. That's a cute dog. Okay. Let's see. 1993. This was 1993. It looks like 1997. 1997 is when this was published. Doesn't look like it's pretty good. It's in good condition. All right. Here we go. Run. I think I've only got 20 seconds now. Run next. You never have read a book like this before. It contains secrets that are currently changing our world. Drawing on ancient wisdom, it tells you how to make connections among the events happening in your own life right now and lets you see what is going to happen to you in the years to come. Ooh, a book that has been passed from hand to hand, from friend to friend, since it first appeared in small bookshops across America. Very cool. And you get all these dog photos as bonus material. Thank you, ALR. Where'd that go? There it is over here. ALR. Thank you so much. All right. Next up, need a drink. Everyone have a drink. The Art of Magic. The Art of Magic, Gabrielle Sarome. The Mystery of Deep Magic and Divine Rituals. I'm not sure why there's an apple image. An apple sticker has been put on top there. That's not meant to be. It's meant to look like that. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, she has a newsletter at sacredmystery.org. Third person singular pronoun use. Okay. 2020, first edition. First edition 2020. Paperback. Art of Magic. Let me just double check the weight. Yep, we're good. Okay. So, for thousands of years, mankind has been practicing magic under different denominations, traditions, and systems. However, in today's world, magic seems to have been left behind, collecting dirt buried in the dark corners of human history. This is no surprise. Fear, dogma, and disreputable arcane teachings appear to have assaulted it. But this is not authentic magic. Thank you, ALR. Thank you, ALR. All right. Next. Ooh. The Earth's Gift to Medicine. Minerals in Health and Disease. Publisher's preface, blah, blah, blah. Translated from the German. Here's the German doctors who wrote this. Klaus-Jörg Wenzel and Dr. Raymond Patericia. Minerals in Health and Disease. This also doesn't look like it's been cracked. A source book for doctors and patients. 2005. Interestingly, this guy is from Toronto. He is a naturopathic doctor on Eglinton Avenue at nmrc.ca. Interesting. Oh, there's even. All right. So there's information about cadmium, the different minerals, and their uses. It's all in here. So, like, yeah. All right. So, run next. Over the past 30 years, I've reviewed several hundred books in this new field of nutritional medicine. Of these, 2 dealing with minerals stand out. The first by Carl Pfeiffer, called Mental and Elemental, and this one. This book is well organized and reads well. I do recommend that every person dealing with health have this book in his or her library. Ooh, that's cool. ALR, that's coming to you. It's now in your library. ALR. Very cool book. All right. God Helps Those Who Help Themselves by Hannah Kroger. All right, Hannah Kroger. And somebody has marked some pages here. We've got some post-it note marks on certain pages. Sunshine and negative ions and full spectrum lighting. That page is marked. Also, they marked toxoplasmosis. And they dog-eared another parasite. I can't. I will run if any of them don't sell. I can run them as a lot, but I'm gonna go through them first just to see if there's anybody who wants any of these first. But thank you for asking. Fungus infection. Okay, so this one is God Helps Those Who Help Themselves. 1984. Emblem on front is the Indian herb wheel with the heart of Jesus. Okay, all right. Here we go. 20 seconds. Running now. Let's see. Go to this page. Fluoride constitution. Normal, damaged. Okay. Congestion in lungs and heart. Interesting. Electromagnetic food combination. Oh. All seafood whole eggs. Oh, you're supposed to do it by combine. Okay. Okay. All right. ALR, that's coming to you as well. Thank you so much. ALR. Let's see what else is in here. My hand didn't write properly. ALR. Let's see what else is. Ooh. Oh, this is cool. The Solitary Wicca Guide. I'm going to put this up a little bit because it is a newer book. It's another one that hasn't been cracked. Spells and Rituals to Practice, Learn, and Thrive by Rowan Morgana, 2020. So not very old at all. Solitary Wicca Guide. This I will run for, let me just double check the weight. Yeah, we're good at medium still. Medium. And we're going to go this one. Oops. This one is going to be $5. So Solitary Wicca Guide, Spells and Rituals to Practice, Learn, and Thrive by Rowan Morgana. Empower yourself and enrich your life with spells and rituals for the solitary Wiccan. Wicca centers around harmony, balance, wholeness, and a reverence for all living things. This guide gives you the freedom to choose how you practice and where your magic takes you. You'll find spells to help you grow more enlightened every day and focus on bettering each moment through your magical work. Build your solitary practice with an overview of Wiccan deities, guidance on drawing out organic power, and ways to embrace the elements no matter where you live. Learn to set up an altar with essentials before exploring over 100 spells to improve your magical life. Thank you, ALR, and thank you, everybody, for your bids. You guys are awesome. ALR. Okay, let's see what's next in this box of fun. Okay. Oh, let's see. This is a lighter weight one, so we're going to go down in weight to small book. This one is A Nature-Based Path to Navigating Suffering and Loss, Walking Through Darkness by Sandra Ingerman and Lynn Roberts. Written in, what is the year on this? 2023. Walking Through Darkness. There's the back. There's the side. It's been read, but not cracked too hard. All right. $2.20. Every one of us experience periods of pain and loss in our life, dark nights of the soul. This is a groundless territory where one feels directionless and devoid of tools, with no sense of how to take the next step. In ancient times, elders guided their communities through life's initiations and challenges, paths we must all take to transform and grow. And Walking Through Darkness, legendary shamanic experts Sandra Ingerman and Lynn Roberts help us forge a pathway through the dark. Thank you, ALR. And you unlock Clucker. Look at you. You've got more coupons. Thank you so much. much. ALR. Just go up to the top of your screen and you'll be able to redeem more coupons. Awesome. Okay. Oh, Fragrant Palm Leaves, journals from 1962 to 1966 by, I'm probably not going to say this right. Thich Nhat Hanh. One of the sweetest and most personally revealing of his books. It shows the planting of his seeds of remarkable wisdom, spirituality, and when was this published? So this is from 1962 to 1966. And dizzy spell. Nah, this was 1999 is this particular publication. Fragrant Palm Leaves. Double check the weight. Yep, we're still good. Running now. Fragrant Palm Leaves. A rare combination of mystic, scholar, poet, and activist. He has lived in exile from his native Vietnam since 1966. Though he is best known for his ever-popular Buddhist teachings, this journal shows not only an exquisite portrait of the Zen master as a young man, but the emergence of a great poet and literary voice of Vietnam. Thank you, ALR. ALR. There we go. Alrighty. Next up, we have, crystal prescriptions. The A to Z guide to over 1,200 symptoms and their healing crystals. Oh, that's very cool. I will start this a little bit higher because this is an easy sell for me in the market. Written by Judy Hall, published in 2005, it looks like. 2005. 2005. Yep, 2005. Crystal prescriptions. So let's see. Anorexia. Ametrine. Lepidolite. Topaz. Rose quartz, etc. My Peacock says, my healing crystals are diamonds. I need lots. That's probably in here. There's probably diamonds or one. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, so that would make sense. So it's A to Z, all your symptoms, or what you need, like antiviral, calming, cancer, insomnia, lumbago. All right, I'm gonna run this not for $2, but for $3. Boopity boop. There we go. $3 running now. This symptom-based A to Z directory by Judy Hall will help you to identify exactly the right crystal for your needs, whether it be for healing, mind, body, psyche, or spirit. It will point you to useful stones for improving vitality and well-being and for balancing the chakras. Listing over 1,200 symptoms, it is a practical first aid guide based on sound crystal healing principles that have been practiced for millennia. Crystals are a gentle, non-invasive system of holistic healing with no side effects. ALR1, thank you so much, and thank you everybody for your bids. ALR. Lumbago the forbidden dance. Exactly. Oh, here's another one. Oh, this one's heavy. This one has to go up in weight. It's small but mighty. And this one is going to start for $5. It is Crystal Power, Crystal Healing, The Complete Handbook by Michael Geinger. And look at it has no cracking. I feel bad even opening it to try and when I was a kid, I used to do the same thing. First published in the UK in 1998. This is 2009. Printed in... Where the heck are you printed? I guess printed and bound in China. Okay, so this is Crystal Powers. So let's just look here. You've got... Oh, it's actually quite colorful. So you've got all the different crystals and then information about Black minerals, red mineral. So the colors, the art of healing with crystals is part 2. And there's all kinds of details in here. And what else do we have here? Part 3 is the healing properties of precious stones. There's where your diamonds might come into play. Diamond, page 270. Let's see, Peacock, 270. Now you'll know what all those diamonds are gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna read the diamond part. Give me 30 seconds to read the diamond part. Here we go. So, diamonds are formed in yeah, etc., etc. Okay. Because of its mineral purity, diamonds can be absolutely clear and transparent. Yeah, we know all that. Tell us about the mythology. This is precisely the theme of Invincible that runs through the entire mythology of the diamond. In many cultures, the diamond was assigned to Venus. It was seen as a liberator from demonic influences and represented justice and virtue. Ooh. In the Middle Ages, it symbolized strength, courage, and invulnerability. The diamond was thought to protect whoever carried it from the threat of danger and also to encourage the development of a noble character. Woe betide anyone, however, who dared to steal it or to obtain it by foul or unjust means. Then it appeared to bring bad luck, as demonstrated by the history of the all great and famous diamonds. Oh my gosh. ALR, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for your bids. That's kind of cool. Heels, ingrown feathers. So, I guess if you stole a diamond, then this diamond would do you bad. It knew. It knew. Love, Medicine, and Miracles. Lessons learned about self-healing from a surgeon's experience with exceptional patients by Bernie S. Siegel, MD. Oh. Love, Medicine, and Miracles. This book now belongs to Bela Baker, gifted by Flossie Witten, 87 years old. Look, Flossie owned it first. Flossie lived in Peterborough, and then she gave it to Bela, who also lived in Peterborough. Bela's now dead. These are her books. Bela passed away last year. 1986. 1986. And ooh, there's some cute little drawings in here. Oh, and what else is in? Oh, I love sometimes the ephemera people put. Oh, look at that. Are her lucky numbers on there? Sorry, her lucky numbers aren't on there, folks. But you can have that piece of ephemera as well. Okay, Unconditional Love. Let me just double check the weight. All right, we're good. Unconditional Love. Here we go. Run. Yeah, I can run next. $2. Unconditional love is the most powerful stimulant of the immune system. The truth is, love heals. Miracles happen to exceptional patients every day. Patients who have the courage to love, those who have the courage to work with their doctors to participate and influence their own recovery. This remarkable book is helpful to anyone facing life-threatening illness, be it AIDS or cancer, and to doctors and others ministering to them. This book is a jewel. That is so cool. All right. Down you go, Bernie Siegel. Is that just, yeah, Bernie Siegel. Oh, Handbook of Angels. Oh, a Handbook of Angels. What year? Oh, look at that picture in the front. So cool. Makes you want to go, oh. That's the sound that picture should be making. 1988 reprinted. No, 1984 first published. Reprinted in 1990 in Great Britain. It looks like, yes. And there are pictures throughout. There's pictures everywhere throughout. Oh, that's not. Is that supposed to be an angel? That looks like a. That looks like a moon or a planet or something. There's another one. And there's been some underlining and notes, so somebody used this. Oh dear, there's an angel fighting. Okay, so angel book. Here we go. Handbook of Angels. Double check the weight. Yes, we're good. 20 seconds. Here we go. And in 1981, a sermon was given in Leyden in which the minister called angels a forgotten group. This book is an attempt to recall a forgotten group into the memory of everyone. We read so much about matters concerning the underworld that we are inclined to forget that an enormous upper world stretches out above us. A world in which is also extremely active and one which is increasingly beginning to intrude. Oh, interesting. Thank you, ALR. Thank you, thank you. That is coming to you. Next up, what do we have next? Oh, goodness. Oh, The Secret Daily Teachings. The Secret Daily Teachings. Take the next step. This was, oh, look at all the, there's like, some of this is not ephemera you want to keep. What else does she have in here for ephemera? She marked a lot of pages. So I'm going to leave these pages marked because they may have some important things to say. So 2013. This first Atria Books hardcover edition, August 2013. Manufactured in the US of A. This is The Secret. So this is Daily Teachings of The Secret. If you don't know The Secret, you can learn it through this book. I'm going to turn to today, which is January. Oh no, this is day number. So I don't know. Let's go with 20. Let's see what Bela, this one. I'm going to go with this one, day 41 of The Secret Teachings. Here we go. Einstein told us that time is just an illusion. When you understand and accept that there is no time, you can see that whatever you want in the future already exists. That is why when you write, imagine, or speak of your desire, you should use the present tense. Radiate your desire in your mind, heart, and body and see it as here now. And then there's a quote. No one is more cherished in this world than someone who lightens the burden of another. Oh, I like that. That's so sweet. Okay. Healing is the New High, a guide to overcoming emotional turmoil and finding freedom by Vex King. That's an interesting first name for someone working on emotional turmoil. And his name is Vex. Coincidence? I think not. There's the back of it. It is very gold and shiny. It's super shiny. Even the inside is super shiny. Hay House, California, published in the United Kingdom, blah, 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 blah. 2021. 2021. And it does not look like it got cracked much. Okay. Let's double check the weight. Yes, we're good for weight. All right, here we go. Medium book. $2, 20 seconds. Vex King developed inner healing techniques to help him find freedom from his troubled past and heal his emotional pain and trauma. Since then, he's helped hundreds of thousands of people to move forward in their own healing journey. In this book, Vex provides an experience of healing through the layers of the self using yogic principles and unique practices. All right, next. Oh. Ooh. I will be putting the price up a little bit on this one. And I have to go up. We have to go up to a higher weight. We need to go to large. And I am going to start this at $4. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, A Life. This is a biography of Ruth Bader Ginsburg by Jane Sharon DeHart. And there's even pictures inside of Ruth. And when was this printed? Can't be that long ago. First Vintage Books edition, April 2020. Yes. Okay. So Ruth Bader Ginsburg biography. Here we go. 20 seconds. $4. In this comprehensive biography, 15 years of interviews and research in the making, historian Jane Sharon DeHart explores the experiences that shaped RBG's passion for justice, her advocacy for gender equality, and her meticulous jurisprudence. At the heart of her story is her Jewish background and the concept of tikkun olam, the Hebrew injunction to repair the world. All right. Next one up. Also, this one can go down to medium. It is not as weighty. This one is Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind. Published in 2014. 2014. Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind. It was a Heather's pick. $2, 20 seconds. Fire gave us power. Gossip helped us cooperate. Agriculture made us hungry for more. Mythology maintained law and order. Money gave us something we can really trust. Contradictions created culture. Science made us deadly. This is the thrilling account of our extraordinary history, from insignificant apes to rulers of the world. Bold, wide-ranging, and provocative, Sapiens champions challenges everything we thought we knew about being human, our beliefs, our actions, our power, and our future. All right, next one up. Ooh, this one's interesting. It's got a cute little... Oh, look at that. It's a Helen Keller quote bookmark that's in it. That stays with it. Okay, we are good. This is Vibrational Medicine, the #1 handbook of subtle energy therapies by Richard Gerber, MD. This was published in 2001, it looks like. Yep, 2001. So there's a lot of diagrams in here and information about vibrations. Okay, so this is a medium book, $2. This combination of ancient wisdom and new science is the definitive introduction to healthcare for modern times. The standard reference book on energetic healing. Vibrational medicine has gained widespread acceptance by individuals, schools, and healthcare institutions nationwide as the textbook of choice for the study of alternative medicine. Yay, ALR, congratulations. That's coming to you. Thank you so much, ALR. All right. We're working on this box, and then we'll be back to another box. We're halfway through this box. Grab some of them. Okay. Let's see. All right, we're good here. The Genius of Empathy by Judith Orloff, MD. There she is. There's Judith. Ignite empathy as a superpower for transformative personal healing, deeper relationships, and more potent work in the world. This will run for $2, running now. Let's see what it says in here. Empathy is much more than feeling deeply. It holds transformative power to heal ourselves, strengthen our relationships, and amplify our purpose. She shares an essential resource for cultivating empathy as a daily healing practice and a form of emotional intelligence. The Genius of Empathy is not only for highly sensitive people, but for anyone with the desire to develop the gifts of empathy that we all possess. Oh, here's another crystals one. Healing crystals and chakra energies. Healing crystals and chakra energies. This one is 2004. And this is one of those ones with lots of images inside. Oops, what was that? A note. Oh. Note from B. Lipovsky. Thanks, B. Lipovsky, for the note. So, more crystals. Healing with Crystals and Chakra Energies by Sue and Simon Lilly. What year was that again? Did I say 2004? 2004. 2004. Let me just double check the weight. It feels like it's right, but just want to double check. I'm just going to start this at $2 for 20 seconds. A unique combination of 3 natural therapies that work in harmony to create balance and well-being of mind, body, and spirit. In-depth analysis of the power and qualities of over 60 crystals with easy-to-follow guidance in which stones to use and how to use them, and practical advice on how to use the vibrational energy of color to increase confidence and self-esteem and how to release its therapeutic powers. Details the characteristics and influences of each chakra and how they affect our behavior and emotional reactions, and over 600 vibrant photographs and illustrations. Ew, that is so cool. Thank you, everybody, for your bids, and thank you, ALR, for your purchase. Oh, bending over is difficult. I need to lose weight. ALR. Will diamonds help me lose weight? Can I tell my husband that they will, so he can just buy me some? Okay, we're going. This is in this box, so we just keep going. The story of Jane Doe. Part journal, part comics, part scrapbook, as compelling as in any Law and Order episode from the Montreal Mirror. It's a book about SA. So trigger alert, might want to go away for like 30 seconds. Because I'm going to be reading the back. This is 2004 Vintage Canada edition. It's actually called Vintage Canada edition. So this is it's part journal. Anyways, let me just weigh it. Okay, so trigger alert. This is a book about a sexual assault victim. It's a victim's story. All right, $2 running now. This a revolutionary humorous and feminist, and for the first time in her own words, the story of Jane Doe tells how one woman challenged the myths and stereotypes about sexual assault, used as bait by the police, and at knife point in her own home, Jane Doe rejected the submissive role of traumatized victim forced on her by police departments, lawyers, and psychiatrists. She sued the police and won. PB&J, that's coming to you. PB&J, thank you so much. PB&J. Okay. Welcome back. If you had to leave for a second, we are done with that book. Creating Abundance with Feng Shui. Creating Abundance with Feng Shui. A guide to enriching every part of your life, from loving relationships to a positive self-image. All in one book. Oh my. Ooh, look at that. The chapters comment card is in there. That's funny. First American edition, August 2000. Creating Abundance with Feng Shui. Discarding negatives. Creating Abundance with Feng Shui. What else got in here? An abundance of happiness, the bliss of feeling good. Okay, here we go. Double check the weight, Kim. Yeah, we are good. All right, here we go. Running now. Every room in your house and every cell in your body has its own intrinsic energy, the fundamental energy of the living earth. The Chinese call it qi, and the ancient art and science of attracting qi into our personal environments is called feng shui. Now, in this practical step-by-step guide, Lillian Tu, one of the world's most respected practitioners of feng shui, demonstrates how you can transform every aspect of your lives. Thank you, ALR. Thank you, everybody, for your bids. I dropped the Post-it note. It's an emergency. ALR. I might run out of Post-it notes today. Well, the ones up here. I think we're good. I'm sure we'll be good. Hermetica, the lost wisdom of the pharaohs. The Hermetica is a forgotten spiritual classic. Oh, okay. And the previous owner marked this section the Circle of Time. So that's what we'll read from. It contains a selection of key passages from the writings attributed to Hermes, or Hermes, the great Egyptian sage who lived around 3000 BCE. His wisdom and knowledge was so vast that he was given the title Megastus, meaning thrice great. As significant as Eastern scriptures like the Tao Te Ching, the influential works of Hermes have now, for the first time, become equally as accessible. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so it's like, that's cool. All right. So Obviously written a long time ago, but published in 1997 in London. All right. So it's a forgotten spiritual classic. This is kind of cool. All right. I already checked the weight. So running now. Okay, I'm going to read from The Circle of Time, chapter 6. In this chapter, Hermes explores the nature of time and change. Everything in the cosmos is constantly changing. Things are born, dying each winter, and pass away and come into existence again, like old plants dying each winter to return as new shoots each spring. All these changes, however, are governed by unchanging natural laws. Ooh, okay. Thank you, Hermes. Ooh. An introduction to the study of law. Here is the new edition of the classic work for non-lawyers and law students who want an understanding of how the legal system works and how to approach legal issues. Okie dokie. 5th edition, published in, survey says, 1997. 1997. She's marked some pages. Including influence of advocacy. All right. The Study of Law, 5th edition, Introduction to the Study of Law. I think we can go down a weight. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can go down one weight. Boop, boop. 20 seconds. So, techniques of learning the legal method, making use of example of legal cases and problems, demonstrations of sound and unsound lines of argument, as well as good and bad legal writing, the various divisions of the law, contracts, torts, constitutional, and how they can overlap, and how law is taught in law schools and the procedures for becoming a lawyer. Thank you, ALR. That's coming to you, ALR. Oh, here's another Celestine Prophecy, an experiential guide to the Celestine. 1989, first, this one printed in 1995. So it's basically a practical guide to using the Celestine Prophecy book. Why are you here? Who will you meet? Where are you going? A guide to your own personal adventure as revealed by the Celestine Prophecy. Okay, 20 seconds, go. Now this companion volume to that moving work helps you intensify and expand the exciting knowledge contained in each of the 9 insights of the prophecy. Through detailed explanations and carefully designed exercises, you can uncover further revelations about your family and partners and the way your past has been a preparation for the special contribution you can make to the world. Cool. Thank you so much, ALR. ALR, that is coming to you. Boop. Okay. All right. We're getting down to the last bit of books. This next one is, it needs a bath. Needs a bath on the outside. The Bully, the Bullied, and the Bystander. From preschool to high school, how parents and teachers can help break the cycle of violence, by Barbara Colorso. Oh, and she signed it to Bela. It's actually signed by her. How cool is that? Bela Care Deeply, Barbara Colosso. How cool is that? This was published in 2006, it looks like. So signed by the author to Bela, who owned this book. And Bela passed away last year. And it now includes a section on cyberbullying is in there. So we're going to run that now. Signed by the author. It's the deadliest combination going. Bullies who get what they want from their target, bullied kids who are afraid to tell, bystanders who either watch, participate, or look away, and the adults who see the incidents as simply teasing and a normal part of childhood. All it takes is to understand that this is a recipe for tragedy, is a glance at headlines across the country. Thank you, ALR. How fun that she actually signed it. How cool is that? Okay, that's going up here. There we go. All right. Oh gosh, this one's really heavy. Oh, that's heavy. All right, that's going to go from large to extra large. All right. Oh, somebody wants this. Hunka Hunka Burn in Love is Law and Morality, the second edition, reading in legal philosophy. This is the second edition, published in for the Toronto University of Toronto Press in 2001. First edition was published in 1996, and this particular one was published in 2001, the second edition. An excellent selection of readings, wide-ranging in scope and suitable for use in any undergraduate course in law, philosophy, or politics. All right, Law and Morality. Oh my, that is hefty. That is hefty indeed. And Bala marked all kinds of different spots. Okay, here we go. Ooh, extra large, $2, 20 seconds. Here we go. Excellent collection, notable for the variety of material, the large number of readings, and for its particular relevance to Canadian legal experience and to students in this country. It is a collection from which it would be possible to construct many different kinds of legal philosophy course. Great value, according to a professor at the University of Western Ontario. Thank you, ALR. That's coming to you. ALR. Whoop. I'm going to start a pile over there because we're running out of room in front of me. All right, I'm going to do the two heavy ones right now. The two mega ones that are in front of me. The Chicago Manual of Style, the essential guide for writers, editors, and publishers. If you are a journalist, you're supposed to know this. Hey, Picky. 2003. This particular edition is 2003. So, Chicago Manual of Style. I can't hit run next, can I? Because I've got it at 4. All right. $2. Here we go. Updated material throughout to reflect current style, technology, and professional practice. New coverage of journals and electronic publications. Comprehensive new chapter on American English grammar and usage by Brian A. Garner. Updated and rewritten chapter on preparing mathematical copy. Ooh. Reorganized and updated chapters on documentation, including guidance on citing electronic sources. How cool is that? Thank you, ALR. ALR. All right. Next up in the super duper heavy, let me just double check, I can actually go down one on this one. We're going to go down to large. $2. Okay. Ultimate Sacrifice. John and Robert Kennedy, the plan for a coup in Cuba and the murder of JFK. Hardcover edition, printed in 2005. 2005, History and Politics, JFK, RFK, their assassination, and a theory about it. 20 seconds. Here we go. Drawing on 17 years of research, thousands of recently declassified files, and dozens of interviews, Ultimate Sacrifice recreates and in many ways rewrites the crucial period of our history leading up to November 22nd, 1963. In this process, this groundbreaking account provides the missing pieces to the greatest tragic puzzle of post-war America, the true circumstances behind the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Go down there. All right, go down there. All right, The Art of Happiness in a Troubled World by His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And this one can go down to medium. There we go. Written in what year? 2009. It says first edition. First edition, 2009, by His Holiness Dalai Lama. The Art of Happiness. It does have some, if you're buying it as a first edition, it does have some issues with the cover. Let's see. All right, here we go. What are we? Medium? Medium. 20 seconds. There we go. Blending common sense and modern psychiatry, the art of happiness in a troubled world applies Buddhist tradition to 21st century struggles in a relevant way. The result is a wise approach to dealing with human problems that is both optimistic and realistic, even in the most challenging times. How can we expect to find happiness and meaning in our lives when the modern world seems such an unhappy place? Okay, so before I pack up this box, ALR, is there anything in here you want me to bundle together from the unsold stuff that's sort of in that metaphysical, religious world, or are you good? Let me know, because I can pull those ones out for you. I'm just trying to see which ones there are. And I think that's it. I think all the rest are good. So it would be, you're good. Okay, that's what I thought. No problem. Thought I'd check before I move on so I don't have to backtrack. All right, that is 2 boxes down. We're on to the next pile. Is everyone ready? It's going to be a mishmash, so prepare thyself. Okay, so compendium of games, rules. It's cute little, this is an ephemera thing, so let me just pin ephemera. Hang on. There we go. Ephemera. The rules for all games in this box, okay, there's no box, are given in this booklet. However, the booklet is used in a number of different compendiums, it does not necessarily follow that all the games for which the rules are given should be in this box. So there's Snake and Ladders, Steeplechase, Ludo, Drafts, Tiddlywinks, Fox and Geese, Go Bang, Domino Games. So it's pretty much all the old games. So if you resell games, older vintage games, then you might actually like this because it's got all the different game rules in it for the different games. How many times can I say games? A lot. Okay. $2. 10 seconds running now. The compendium of games is running now. Let's see. Drafts. The game of drafts is played on a board. Well, there you go. All right, that's that done. Then we have a piece of wrapping paper. Super cute. Look at this. Vintage wrapping paper with all these cute little images on it of kids playing different, being grown-ups. There we go. Let's fold that back up. So don't wreck it. Oh, there's even a little tank. All right, so this is now running for $2 if anyone's interested in this piece of ephemera, because that's what's in the box. So if it's in the box, I'd run it. That's the rule. Open the box, pull out what's there, run it. Okay, put that over in there. Ooh. Let me just double check the weight on this. No, it's still good. All right. History. Wait. Historical Scotland. It's a historical map of Scotland, all illustrated. Oh, there it is. Historical map of Scotland. It was a booklet. Hang on. It's a very thick, almost like fabric material. Yeah, it's actually reinforced. The paper is reinforced. You can see there's some spots where this was put up. This is John Bartholomew and Son printers. Let's see if I can find a date. I'm going to just turn it around for you. Can I turn it around? I do not have space in here for this. All right, there's the back of it. I will try. I'm not gonna try and fold it up right now. Historical map of Scotland is so cool. It's got so much detail on it. Like where with like quotes from Rob Roy and the different battles and the villages. Where's Edinburgh? See if, sorry. Just bashing you guys. I'm trying to see. Picts fight Romans, 1st century. Aberdeen. Oh, this is so cool. And all the different clans and their coat of arms. All right. Do we have a date on this anywhere? I do not see a date. I do not see a date. Very cool, though. I'm not going to fold it back up the way it's meant to until later. But historical map of Scotland. 10 seconds running now. So cool. This is so cool. I can point out my family members on this. Well, not my family members, I guess. Oh, who knows? Sterling. Yay, ALR. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for your bids. This is such a cool piece. I'm going to put that gently up there. ALR. Put that gently up there. Such a cool piece. Okay, what else do we have in here that's ephemera before I move on? Oh, these are cool. Okay. So there's a whole bunch of them, and I'm going to run them separate to start with, and then I will run them as a bundle if there's no interest of them separately. But these are postcards. You would mail this. They were postcards that you would mail that had a color image on them, but they also, can you see that? They're also a record. How cool is that? So this one is Orbison Pretty Woman. This is Pretty Woman is on here. Yeah, Pretty Woman. And recorded by Qualiton Studio, manufactured for VSZM Budapest. And this is a picture of Budapest. So this is Pretty Woman. And it comes with an envelope that has very, very cool stamps on it from, I can't see the date, July 27, 13. Well, I don't think it's night. Anyways, Roy Orbison. Roy Orbison, Pretty Woman on Budapest. Because when you think Budapest, you think pretty woman walking down the street, pretty woman, the kind I like to meet. Look at that. Pretty woman, are you lovely as can be? Are you lonely just like me? Okay, which one? All right, there's the picture. The song is Zamandi Yosef. Okay, not Pretty Woman this time. Not Pretty Woman. Zamandi Yosef. And what's the picture of? It's also Budapest State's Opera House. Yep, State's Opera House. Okay. So probably it's opera. I mean, it's probably opera. That would make the most sense. And you also get the stamps. You get the color box. Like, how cool is that? It's like, I'd like you to hear. Do you hear what I hear? Okay, this one. It was actually sent to Bella from someone in Budapest. This one, they're looking at the flowers and they're holding hands. This is the restaurant of the Hotel Anna. Restaurant de Hotel Anna. And the song is Vorasari. Okay, it gets less interesting as we go along. All right. We will run that now. 10 seconds. I do not know how to sing this song. I guess it's too bad I don't have a record player up here, because then we could play these and you could find out what they sound like. Because it's literally a record. Oh, so cool. Oh, this one's like, what is this? Agtelek. The song is that Viva la Papa col Pomodoro. Viva la Papa col Pomodoro. See it. You can barely see it on this one. And I guess this is caves. Oh, wait, it's upside down, Kim. Holy cow. There, that's better. There's caves. All right, hang on. I'm going to put a whole bunch of them together. This will take me forever. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, including Roy Orbison. So we're going to do 4 of them together for 1 money. 4 of these cool record postcards all together, because that'll make more sense than me going one at a time. Thank you, ALR. ALR, that's coming to you. Thank you so much. Let me just put your name down. ALR. Okay. That goes there. All right. And then we're going to grab another. Oh, these ones are so cute. Another song, MRT Geyer Mekara. I don't know. But cute little kids. Have the records been played? It is hard to tell. It doesn't look like it. I don't see. It's hard to tell. Because there's definitely no scratches on them. But isn't that cool? So we've got 2 of these ones that are like Christmas. They look almost, they're Christmassy. They're like Christmas postcards. But again, they're a record. They're a record to play, 45. So there's those 2, as well as, look at this one. She's holding a little candle, and someone's actually written on here. I do not understand that language. And this one says Merry Christmas. And the song is Hopali. Oh, nope. No clue. Any scratch marks across the ridges? Not that I can see. I mean, these ridges aren't very deep. Not that I can see. It's hard to see. So there's that one. And we've got a thing for that. And I'm going to just put all the rest together. And then this one is Budapest. And the song is Holos Ilona. Holos Ilona. And there's the... That is so cool. Look at that. Look at that stamp. I love stamps. There's that one. And, oh, please hold. Now I dropped it. The 2 kids ones, they're over there, but they're fine. So they're part of this bundle. The 2 ones with the 2 little kids. And then this one is another picture of Budapest. And it says the song is Zabo Miklos. Zabo Miklos. So you've got 1, 2, 3 Christmas ones, and then 2 touristy ones all together, and 1, 2, 3 envelopes. All together, $2 for the bunch, if anyone is interested in the next bunch. They're so cool. And these kids are so cute. Look at that kid. So cute. Thank you so much, ALR. That's coming to you. Over there with the other ones. There we go. Okay, what else do we have going on here? It is Ephemera. Next up, we've got Action Songs for Boys and Girls, Volume 2. Singspiration. It's a Singspiration book. Ooh. This was owned by Joan, and it was published in... No idea. On the bottom, we've got like 1947, 1931, 1947, 1945, but it's definitely not that old. It just says another Singspiration book. So a collection of gospel songs and choruses compiled especially for boys and girls. So He Loves Me Too, Jesus Never Fails, Little Children Far Away, Lamp of Our Feet, Grumblers, Dear Little Stranger, Peter on the Sea. Anyway, super cute. Running now. Running now. Running now. There we go. Action songs for boys and girls. This is perfect ephemera if you are into creating things and loved Ephemera that's got musical notes. What else do we have here? Ooh, Time for a Party, a hostess book of baking recipes. And oh, this is the one with I think this is the one with Madame Alexander dolls all around it. I think so. Well, there's dolls all around it, that's for sure. Does not say. Copyright 1940 General Foods Corp. Time for a Party, and look at all the dolls all around. Swan Down, Fake Flake Flour. So this is 1940. Which cake is yours? Look at all the dolls. For those red letter days of the year, how to celebrate each holiday, including US of A doll. High spots for the weekend, repertoire for the... So there's all these cake recipes and dad's special cake, silver cake, pineapple coconut cake. This is making me hungry. All right. And cookies and the whole 9 yards. Starting now, running. There we go. 10 seconds. Swans Down cake flour, not fake flour. Fake flour. That's what everybody wants to put on their cake. All right. Okay, what else do we have here? Famous Bible Stories, children's book. Famous Bible Stories, illustrated by Mary and Wallace Stover. I'm trying to see if they're trying to get to the front. Made in the USA, copyright 1944. Copyright 1944. Famous Bible Stories. There's Jesus with the Lord's Prayer. And we'll run that now. Running. Famous Bible Stories. So let's see. Flip. When our Lord Jesus was on the earth, it was said of him that he went about doing good. I want to tell you some of the very many good things he did. Aw. All right. Thank you, Jesus, for that. Uncle Wiggily and the Starfish. Uncle Wiggily and the Starfish, children's book. Mary Perks Books for Children, distributed by the American Crayon Company. And what was the year? Uncle Wiggily does not say. Does not say the year. Uncle Wiggily and the Starfish. Running that now. I'm putting that under Ephemera just because it's lightweight. Boop. There it goes. Running now. Uncle Wiggily and the Starfish children's book. Probably around the same time, 1940s, 1950s. All right, no worries. What else do we have in here? Let's see. Tourist Guidebook of Ontario. Ooh. 1990-1991 edition of the CAA Auto Club. I love there's all these great ads for all the different hotels and tourist traps all throughout Ontario, 1990, 1991. All right, what's the weight on that one? Small? Yes, small. All right. Running now. Tourist Guidebook of Ontario from 1990-91. Awesome ads inside. Doo-doo-doo. Perfect. Next. What else do we have in here? Ooh, what are you? Oh, Uncle Arthur's Bedtime Stories. It's in a little box. Uncle Arthur's Bedtime Stories. There's 1, 2. They're kind of beat up. 3, 4. 4, as you can see, a little on the beat up side, but Uncle Arthur's Bedtime Stories. A set of 4. And they're going to go up 1 to medium. There we go. This one's in pretty decent nick. Look at the squirrel on the back. Good night, boys and girls. Published in This is volume 45. Does it say when it's published? It does not say when it's published, but here's some images inside. Look at that puppy. These are great for ephemera. All right, so you get all 4. There's the other one, Bedtime Stories. Uncle Arthur's Bedtime Stories. This one is falling apart. Again, ephemerama. Think of it as ephemera. And this one that's got a mouse on the back. All 4 comes in their own case. Uncle Arthur's Bedtime Stories. Running that now for $2 for 10 seconds. Uncle Arthur's Bedtime Stories. Oops. There we go. No worries. All right. We're going to finish up this box, and then that's going to be it for today, and we'll save the box number 3 for the future. Oh, some more ephemera. What is in here? We'll save that for the future, too. What's this? I can barely read that. I think it says to Bertha. Yeah. This, fair flowers and merry sunshine, smile on thy coming days, with love's bright star to lighten thy joyous path always. Yours devotedly, Mammy Gordon. April 22nd, 1889. And it's been framed after that fact, but this cute little dedication to Bertha from Mammy Gordon in 1889. It's very sweet. We'll do that under, how much does that weigh? 6 point. All right, so we can go under small. I'm going to put it as a book. There we go. 10 seconds. If anyone's interested in this really pretty dedication from 1889. So cool. All right, no worries. Let's see what we got here. Nope. Ooh, Sketches of Upper Canada by John Howison, Esquire, 18. What type of books are in the last book? They are the Jewish Histories and Traditions. Do you want me to go through those instead of this box? Let me know. I can switch. And we'll do that last box instead of this box. This one is like a mix of ephemera and weirdness. Weirdness is the best way to describe it. Yeah, it looks like it's mostly ephemera in this box. It's Thrifting with ADHD. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. All right, I'm just finishing up one box, and it's mostly ephemera or stuff for making your own, for making ephemera. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Everyone, please follow Thrifting with ADHD. Thank you so much for picking me. Oh, I already have you as a moderator, so you're good. Feel free to make an announcement of when your next show is. Welcome in. Thank you so much, Leah. We're running the third box today. And we're in a box that's like a mix, it's a real mishmash. It's a mish and a mash, that's for sure. Oh, wait. Yep, that'll be good. Okay. So this book is Imperial Encyclopedic Dictionary, Volume 10. The words UNC to ZYT. Oh my gosh. This is amazing for ephemera folks. Look at this. Pronouncing Dictionary of Biography. How to pronounce people's names is in the back here after the Z's. Population of every state, territory, United States Census of 1900. Okay, what year was this published? 1899. It is in good nick for 1899. Really? Wow. Really? That's what it says. Holy cow. By Dictionary Encyclopedia Company. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. There we go. Okay, so this is volume 10. the end of the alphabet. And it's really heavy. It's really heavy. $4 starting now. Very cool. Oh, it's so heavy. Snow squalls again. Oh dear. Be careful driving, everybody. Be careful driving. Okay. This is it's got flappiness to it. This is the Wimodosis Club Cookbook. Produced by Grand and Toy Limited, Toronto. Copyright 1934, Canada. The name of Wimodosis is taken from the first syllables of the words wives, mothers, daughters, and sisters, and was adopted in 1906, 2 years after the first modest sale of work. From that year, many phases of social service work have been engaged in, yada, yada, yada. Anyways, Earl's Court Children's Home. Holy cow. Earl's Court. So it's a cookbook from 1934. Let me just weigh it. 1934, Toronto. Medium. All right. Sunny here today, only to -24. I love it. 1934 cookbook, $2 starting now. I love how the pages are all different colors. So you can go to the right section. Just go to the blue section. Gladys. Sketches of Upper Canada by John Howison Esquire, 1821. And it was written in, it was published in this particular copy, 1970 by Coles Publishing Limited. Sketches of Upper Canada, domestic, local, and characteristic, to which are added practical details for the information of emigrants of every class and some recollections of the United States of America. So it actually was like basically a guide if you were coming to move to Canada. It was all the details you needed, including the history, it looks like. The history. Lundy's Lane, Salt Springs in St. Catharines. There's Salt Springs in St. Catharines. I do not have any Twilight or New Moon, but thank you for asking. Thank you for asking, Crazy Cat. I know for sure I don't have any Twilight or New Moon. Sketches of Upper Canada. Let me double weigh that just to be on the safe side. And $2 starting now. Republished in 1970, but from 1821. Yeah, 1821. All right. What are we doing here? Health is better than wealth. If you say so. Deep within the thinking of many men is the wish and hope for a dietary regime that will counteract the carelessness of a lifetime. 1976, Salt Lake City. So it is a health guide. A health guide, and I'm going to put that under Ephemera. Ephemera, $2 starting now. Health is better than wealth. So he says, she says. Don't they look? They look so happy. Okay, what else do we have in here? Oh, it's a photo album. Hang on. Hang on. We're going to have to move things around a bit so that you can look at this better. And okay. Sorry. I'm going to try and pull out as much as I can. As you can see, the cover needs some help. And these are fairly loose. Look at this flapper. Look at her. Myers Cave Inn. That's in Toronto. Not Toronto. Ontario. Myers Cave Inn. Oh, I'm going to have to move this. There we go. There, that's better. Kimberly's. Ooh, it's mine. 1919. That image is from 1919. 1924. Oh, there's Doris. Old Bill. Gladys. Look at those folks. Oh my gosh, I love these so much. 1919. Okay, it keeps going. It keeps going and going and going. Look at that. Got a car. It's quite the photo album. It goes back to here. Then it's blank from there on in. Blank pages. So I'm going to run that as medium. Why am I doing it over here? I'm going to run it over here as a medium. And I'm going to run that for $8 because it's pretty epic. Running now for $8 hairs if anyone is interested in this turn of the century photo album. All right, no worries. Back it up. Back up the truck it goes. I love old photographs. Okay, what else do we have in here? I have a whole bag. I'm just gonna keep you like this for a second. I have a whole bag of stamps. On paper stamps, 3-cent stamps. So they all, most of them are like pre-Second World War, based on the King, and Second World War, that era. And it's a whole bag of them. You get the whole bag. Ooh, there's some even off paper. All right, I'm going to run that for, let me just double check the weight here. Right, okay. Ephemera. Yarn, and more yarn. Ooh, that sounds exciting, Angie. $4 for the bag of stamps. Right, no worries. Down you go over here. What's next? Okay, hang on. Flip you guys back over. Bloop. Hello again. Okay. Ooh. Mr. and Mrs. Elliot Holmes, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, annual calendar, Brown and Bigelow. Oh, there's multiple pages in here. Okay, that's it. All right, 2 pages in here. Let's just double check the weight here. Oh, okay, I can keep this in. I can keep this in ephemera. All right, this one is, this is, somebody saved their Masons. Oh my goodness. Lawrence Woldershoon. MCM XVI. So 1912. Grand Lodge of Scotland. The Masons. It's even got the stamp. This was to all and sundry. This certified Lawrence Witherspoon is entered apprentice, passed fellowcraft, and raised to the sublime degree of master mason. Oh, how cool. 1912. So there's that. And then there's another one. Grand Lodge of Scotland has been admitted a mark master in the manner authorized by the Constitution and laws also in 1912. So there's his Mark Master certificate as well as his Master Mason certificate from 1912. I will run this at $6 because it's Mason stuff. $6, 1912 Mason certificate. How cool is that? All right. Wrap that up. I will do that later. I don't want to wreck it. Okay. What else do we have here? Souvenir views of Niagara Falls. Scenic views of Niagara Falls. I will run that now. If anyone likes postcards of Niagara Falls. Caves, the Winds, Niagara Falls. Very cool. Cool. Okay. Where was I? Right there. What else do we have in here? We're getting down to the bottom. The exciting story of nickel. That's right. I know. You're like, wait. I need a really exciting story. Well, don't worry. I've got you. I have the exciting story of nickel right here, right now. The exciting story of nickel for your reading pleasure. Move this to small. Yes, small. I know. Tell us. The exciting story of nickel. Published by the International Nickel Company of Canada Limited to help bring to the people of Canada, and particularly to the youth of our nation, a better understanding of the nature and importance of Canada's vast stores of mineral wealth. 1957. This is the first printing. Because, they had to go through multiple printings of the fascinating, the exciting story of nickel. All right, I'm just going to skip to one of the, I'm going to go to the back. Because look, there's the future. That's probably what they thought it would look like now. Because this is 1957. So, here we go. I will run this I'm going to read this because this end part's funny. Okay, here we go. Spells. Wait, shoot. There. Now it's running. Spells, magic, secret formulae. Not any longer. The alchemy of the past is given away to the science of the present. And in the nickel industry, Inco scientists in the development and research division look to the future. The men in this division have worked closely with engineers and scientists in many other industries. They know about some of the problems that lie ahead and how new metals must be developed to give still longer life, withstand even greater wear and more varied corrosive conditions, higher and higher temperatures. Thank God for the Inco people. I know. It's very exciting. What else is in here? Holy cow. Oh, what a mishmash. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. All right, we got 2 baggies of stamps. Oh, the old stamps weren't of interest, so the new stamps I'm sure aren't going to be. What a weirdness. What a weirdness. It's a bunch. Sorry, I have to go past the bunch of junk because there's just a lot of messed up paper, really. Oh, ooh, here's one. Magic for bartenders. It is a guide to how to do magic at the bar, which probably would get you jobs now if some of these things were safe. So, Magic for Bartenders guide, as well as there's some like pages out of magazines about booze. Oops, no, this is Ephemera. Boop, boop. 10 seconds. I'm just going to run it for 10 seconds. So, we're almost done. Bite the glass. I don't want to bite the glass. And this is almost the end. I promise you. These are Laura Secord The stamp. There was a stamp that was made. These are note cards from the Laura Secord stamp. So if you like Laura Secord, like the history, 5 cards, 5 envelopes. It says 5 Laura Secord stamps. The Laura Secord stamps are no. Oh wait, no. Those have the Laura Secord stamps on them. They are actually on the envelopes. 5 Laura Secord stamps that were 42 cents at the time. So 5 times 42. That value alone is there. You can still use them as stamps. And you also get some note cards as well. All right, $2 running now. Laura Secord stamps and notebook set from Canada. The wonderful Laura Secord, our Canadian heroine. All right, I think that is pretty much it. Yes, that is it. That is it for today. Join me another day for more. Thank you, everybody, so much for hanging out. Thank you, ALR, for all of your purchases and everybody else who purchased today. You guys are awesome. It is already 1:05, so it is time for me to find somewhere to go. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to Nana's Nifty Thrifting. She's only got 6 people. She's doing vintage, and she's awesome. So let's go there. Thank you again, everybody. Have an awesome day.